Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk for a few moments on the memorial, the reading of the oration on the life and character of Gilbert Mother de Lafayette, known to us just as Lafayette. Lafayette, of course, was a great patriot who worked with George Washington in helping us achieve our independence. His life was a fascinating one. He even came back to the United States in the 1820s, I think 1824 to be exact, and visited many individuals. Visited Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, who were both still alive in 1824. And it's interesting, when Lafayette went to see John Adams in 1824, after a lovely gathering, Lafayette walked out and says, "That's not the John Adams I knew." And there is a funny part to that whole story, and that is that inside, John Adams, 89 years of age, sat there and said, "That's not the Lafayette I knew." Time had gone by, times had changed. Of course, the person who would give this oration was an individual who understood it, understood the art of an oration. He taught it in Harvard University, even published books, which I have actually shown here on YouTube. But the fellow who wrote this and spoke it on December the 31st, 1834, was none other than the sixth President of the United States, John Quincy Adams. Now, John Quincy Adams had been out of the presidency for 5 years already, and getting close to 6 by that point. But at this oration on that day, the Vice President, the President, members of Congress were all there. John Quincy Adams was brought up to the speaker's seat, and there he would sit until ready to speak. And then he spoke for near 3 hours. That was the quality and that was the style of speaking at the time. Now, this is all well and good. Of course, you have to understand that John Quincy Adams had known Lafayette very well from the early days of the American Revolution. And of course, in the later years, when he returned to the United States, John Quincy Adams was president. And of course, he stayed at the White House for a number of years. So, what I wanted to share with you today is a memento of that day. It was made a few weeks after the event, but what it was that it's a booklet, and it's from 1835. It was published, as I said, about three weeks after the event. And this is it. This is the original. Trying to make it as clear as possible. Oration on the Life and Character by John Quincy Adams, a member of the House. Isn't it interesting? He had been the sixth president. Of course, his greatest days would be as a congressman, because he would change everything while he was a congressman. But here the lowly congressman spoke, a man of great eloquence. In fact, his nickname was Old Man Eloquent. And he gave that speech December the 31st, 1834. He would remain a member of the House until his death. In fact, he basically collapsed on the floor of the House where he gave the speech. So, just wanted to share a little bit of that, let you see a little bit of history, because it's always fascinating to see the real thing. So often we read about it, but we never get to see it. So I hope you enjoyed it.